Hi everyone, this is Jackbrick and welcome to the channel. As you can see, Santa Claus and me are standing on the roof of a new created building. So let's have a look. So to start off with, and good for you guys to know, in this video we only used a couple of bricks that aren't actually in the set present or not enough. What we used was the little gray brick structure brick or the brick. We used several of those. We're going to show you where. Next up, we used the dark gray tile several times. And we'll show you that as well. And we used the flat light gray tile. Now, to start off, as you can see here on the outside, there is the coffee cup, which you know from the set. It's also here in the back. And where do I start? Let me just start at the front. What a brilliant idea. So, there you have it. This is the front. Here is a little snowman. He's from since the time of year is Christmas. Today is the second day of Christmas. This snowman was in the Lego Advent calendar. But to start off, at the front everything just stayed as it is in the original set. So you have the balcony with the flowers, the little window, the door, and the front is a little bit different. You should have a little curb here, but as you can see, our curb or sidewalk is a little bit bigger. And it is created in such a way to fit next to other modular buildings. You can see on this side it is a 7 stud deep sidewalk pattern. So at the front it is all original, except that here at the bottom you have this layer of brick structured bricks, which continues on the side of the building. As you can see, one of the parrots just fell off, and they're also over here on the front. So those little white parrots are really hard to stay on top of buildings, I noticed. So from the original set, I really like this front. There's a layer of brick structured bricks here as well, by the way, to make it fit in a more modular sized way. But I really love the way this is shaped, and this, and of course also the lower front. So I wanted to keep that all intact, and that is totally worth it, and it worked. So this is the boring side, as you can see, and I will explain later why this is such a boring side. This side, however, this is a lot of fun. This is the side of the building, and again, this part is from the original building. This window is normally placed on the other end of the building, but this is the original shape and make. But this is new. The second set we used here to create a door towards the apartment, and we made this little balcony, which, if you take a good look, which can be used as a little staircase. Now we haven't constructed a staircase yet, But it could be something as simple as this to just fit under here. Maybe make some handles on the side. But then you would have a nice staircase, right? So I really like the color combination of the dark flesh red and the yellow and the white. We've, as mentioned, placed the coffee cup on the top. And so for this is the side element. And as you notice, here's a little hole. The mouse is able to get in through that. And would you look at that, Santa Claus is on the roof. It might be Christmas today. So at the back we went nuts and bananas to create a little yard. As you can see, it is all over filled with greenery, and also 2 tables and 4 chairs and lots of flowers. And just like the front, everything else in the back is just the same as the original set. But you might have noticed they are mirrored, the door opposed to the window. So this is the original one, window on the left, door on the right. And in the back we have the door on the left and the window on the right. Now let's take a look at the interior. And I think there's some French bread rolling over the floor. Yes, totally. And our Christmas tree is disattached. Let me fix that real quick. So this is the inside layout. What we did is we've continued mirroring on the inside, so there are 2 lamps hanging above 2 seats with the shape of 1 couch and a little stool. The cash register is a bit more big than it was, and as you can see at the front of the building there's a little menu, and also the menu is here on the inside. So here's that little Christmas tree. And as you can see, this is a really popular coffee place. I don't think this would be Starbucks. I think they serve real coffee here. Maybe French or Italian. And onward to the second store. And the second story is the little apartment. Now, this is the front, which is, like I said, the original, except for the 1 row of bricks or brick structure bricks. Notice this little window shape here, and this window shape here. Ta-da! Both those window shapes are returning on the back end of the build. And if you look on the inside, we've made a big comfortable chair. You might call it one of those love seats. Oh, there are the scissors falling from the sink. The kitchen is still the kitchen, only then with 2 pans to do some baking. And there's a little remote control laying on that there golden table, as you can see. And that one is there to operate this TV. So here is a little cupboard, and this one is from the original set, and I really like the design. It's really simple, really easy to build, but a really nice addition to every little brick house. So that's all for the second store. I haven't told you guys yet, but I am able to simply place this in the other direction if I would like, which makes it modular because you're able to switch. Now, and for the last bit, it's the rooftop. You have this beautiful design, and without Santa's hat getting in the way, you have the same beautiful design on the other side of the building. And the little garden is a bit more big, and I guess everything they serve from the coffee shop is freshly grown on the roof, which is really nice. Now there's something I would like to show you guys, and that is how this building is a real flexible modular building. And to show you, I need 2 other modular buildings. Does anyone notice what is the mocked building here? Well, of course it's the middle one, and I really gotta go into the freestyle loose camera mode this time. So, as you can tell, here is our modded version of the Creator 3-in-1 coffee shop with the apartment on top. And you can tell it fits really well in between 2 other modulars. Look at that sidewalk just continuing. And there's a little gap in between these 2 buildings. But that is not really uncommon. You see that in real life as well, especially with those older buildings. And oh, here's a bit more wider alleyway. So this means you're able, as you can tell, there are the little windows, and in between there would be the stairway toward the apartment. That looks really nice. I wonder how it looks from the back. Just a sec. And this would be the look and feel from the back of the building. Now, as you can see, the little garden is really nice. And it sits in between those other 2 modulars as a really green, fun place to be, I guess. But there's just a little trick with this way of doing this modular, which I would really like to show you as well. So, this is it from the back. But now, you can tell it is the corner building for the end of a row of houses. So, as you can see, the sidewalk continues here. So imagine me just tiling all this down, and then you have a perfect building instead of a corner modular. It is, well, I guess it's half a corner modular, and it could also be just a modular to place in front of a row. Now, you have, of course, noticed this is a 16 by 32 base plate, so it's just half a base plate. But I have a reason for this, because in Brickstow City, I really like to make some parking spaces which are not just street parking, but actual parking spaces. And here's one I created. And as you can see, it is just a tiled down 16 by 32 base plate. Of course, with a charger for electric vehicles. But imagine, because I had a problem, if I would have placed a row of modulars and placed this with it, then it wouldn't fit with the streets, because you have one 16 by 32 instead of a 32 by 32, which all the row plates are. So with placing this, I was creating a big empty gap in my streets. And I thought, well, with this set, I should be able to fix the problem. So here's one of the problem solvers. It has become both a corner building as a building you can just place in a row of modulars. And this is our version of the coffee shop. And we will do exactly the same with this one. So keep watching the channel. Look out for pictures on Instagram, on Twitter. And of course, be aware for our new video in which we have this one modded up into a 16 by 32 base plate building. See you back in Brickstow. Thanks for watching. This is a public service announcement brought to you in part by Jack Brick. If you like our videos, subscribe and hit on that bell so you'll be sure you are not going to miss out on our next video. See you in Brickstow.